fucking people, man. Some fucking people. It will never cease to amaze me how quickly and without warning people you've considered your nearest and dearest sometimes, the best of your friends you've made online, can turn heel, about face, and completely kick your ass to the curb without warning or explanation. I posted about this on Facebook very recently because it happened very recently. But a husband and wife, several years long, couple of friends of my sis and I, whom at any given time we have considered to be like extended family for all of the similar hardships we've been through and losses we've sustained. The other day, I'm making a post. It's one of a few that I've made recently. A pseudo rant, if you will, about this cat over in the UK, who I know, because I have observed, to be making indirect jabs at me on occasion, whether through posts or liking certain things that I'm tagged in that they may feel, oh, it's, Johnny's not going to like that, so ha 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 ha, that kind of thing. And I'm ranting about this, and I say I'm really considering the unfriend button because I'm getting a little tired of it. I know what this cat's doing. I've seen it time and time again, and it's lost its luster on me, that kind of thing. And so the wife of these two long-term friends, completely out of left field, comes onto my post and says, I believe this is about me, very accusatorily in tone. And even though that tone is very irksome to me, I'm passive when I say, you know what, unless you're guilty of the behavior I'm speaking about, taking indirect jabs specifically at me, you've got nothing to worry about. In not so many words, it's not about you. So rather than actually hear that, it falls on completely deaf ears. And, she goes on to explain, oh, it's kind of peculiar that every time I make a post, 2 to 3 days may go by, and then you'll make a post, which, seems like you're taking jabs and whatever. And at this point, I've been sick since I've been to the hospital. They did nothing for me there. And so I've gone at times 2 to 3 days without even being on Facebook. So much for noticing that. And so I have no idea what in the fuck she's talking about. I actually, prompted by this, go over to her Facebook page and at least look at the last maybe dozen posts she's made. I see nothing that would even remotely hint at me that there would be anything I'd take issue with. I've never heard a negative word from either she or her husband. And I've never passed any toward them. So I'm completely fucking dumbstruck by this. And then, to add insult to injury, maybe like a day goes by, 2 days, my sister comes in and is like, oh, did you see? He blocked us. Her hubby, without explanation, warning, trying to seek any answers, trying to understand the situation, unceremoniously blocked us both on Facebook. And I literally stopped dead in my tracks and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So I go onto my account and I confirm this. Yes, he has in fact blocked us. Do a little research, do a little digging. I see his account's still active. I had presumed at first, oh, it's probably nothing. It's probably, what they call getting put into Facebook jail. You share too many posts in a day or post too many pictures and they cut you off for like 24 hours. So you can't do that anymore. Now, this cat doesn't tend to do that, so I was kind of like grasping at straws. I'm like, okay, maybe that's what happened. I really don't know. But no, it seemed very much that we were blocked by this person. Completely out of left field, without rhyme or reason, over what amounts to a schoolyard misunderstanding, an erroneous assumption on the part of his wife. It's really got a paranoid dilemma going on. To think that I'm suddenly out of the blue taking jabs at her and threatening unfriending her. I mean, the interaction I've had with her, I've had more with the husband than with her, but it's always been on friendly terms. I don't know where the hell this came from. So I began to think about it, and it suddenly occurred to me, like, to about face that quickly, to slam my sis and I to the curb that quickly, it has to have been something that was, basically becomes to my mind an inadvertent, admission of guilt on her part. Somewhere along the lines of the last year or two or something like that, there must have been a disenchantment born out of the friendship that we shared, that my sis and I shared with them, that just has gone unspoken. And it even got me wondering, was this all premeditated? Was this, they were just looking for an excuse, the right time to cut us off? I don't know. But it's like, it must have been something they were really thinking and feeling for a while, to just do that without warning, not, as I say, asking questions, trying to understand the situation. Just a whirlwind, one day we're friends, one day we're not. Load of bullshit. And it really it's kind of bewildered me, like, where did this even come from? But the fact of the matter is, this is something that's happened with them before, with other people. They have been really good friends with several other people since the time that my sister and I have known them. And several of these occasions have ended the same way. For whatever reason, they fell out of love with whoever these friends were, and just wrote them off. And I mean, some of these people I've also known for a brief amount of time, not nearly as well as they seemingly did. And sometimes I could understand it. Yeah, these people are a little flaky. They're just a little weird, certain things. I don't know if it's good to stay that close with them and everything like that. But for the most part, it brings me back to the idea, like, if this is the kind of behavior you're going to display, if this is the way you want to behave, and this is how you're going to treat people, maybe you're the problem. Just saying. Maybe you're the one with the issues. Because I don't know where in the fuck you get off accusing me out of the blue of taking jabs at you, and then cutting me off with no rhyme or reason, no explanation. Not even seeking to understand the problem. So whatever, I figured, you know what, I don't need this fucking drama in my life. I got enough in my life. Health problems. My sister and I both have health problems. Lost enough in our lives. I don't need this goddamn bullshit. He blocked us. She apparently couldn't figure out over a several day span how to do that. And so I saw her account go from being inactive to active again. When it was activated again, I followed suit with what my sister did. She just he blocked us, fucking block her. So I did. That's it. You don't want to find out for me what the real case is. You want to just cut me off. Send me a big fuck you right back at you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. That's all there is to it. I'm not playing games like this with people. I don't come online for shit I can get right outside my door 3 feet away, the next apartment over. And, as I said, this kind of shit, the way people can turncoat on you, can stab you in the back, can completely about face and kick you to the curb, will never cease to amaze me. And good riddance.